Tonight, a bitter feud erupting among Arizona Republicans over an election audit of the state's most populous county, with the Republican chairman of Maricopa County's Board of Supervisors accusing Republicans of, quote, a grift disguised as an audit. It comes as former President Trump is now floating another baseless accusation about Maricopa's county elections management, now saying, quote, I'm quoting a former president, the entire database of Maricopa County in Arizona has been deleted. Deleted. All of it deleted. So I guess you couldn't check it because there's theoretically so much frauds, they delete the whole thing. I don't know what conspiracy it's leading to, something like that. That's what led my next guest, who runs Maricopa's elections department, so he knows what he's talking about, to tweet, quote, wow, this is unhinged. I'm literally looking at our voter registration database on my other screen right now. We can't indulge these insane lies any longer, as a party, as a state, as a country. Out front now, Maricopa County Recorder Stephen Richer. He is a longtime Republican. And Stephen, look, I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, Aaron.
So you're sitting at your computer, and
Yes.
you've got a couple screens up like everybody these days, and you're looking at the voter database in the midst of all this. And then this message comes from former President Trump saying that the entire database in your county, the most important county by size in Arizona, has been deleted. All caps, deleted. What did you do at that moment?
I was just exasperated. I actually got the letter forwarded to me from a supporter, and she's a very nice woman named Vicky, and she basically said, what gives? What's going on here? Why are you deleting files? And I was just sitting there looking at our voter registration database, and I have the elections database as well on my computer. It just, what can we do here? I mean, this is tantamount to saying that the pencil sitting on my desk in front of me doesn't exist.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so hard to understand about this, because that is what it is. And yet people still believe it. And they're looking at the pencil and somehow they don't believe it's there. I mean, you responded then, you went on Twitter and you took a stand on this. And you said what the president's statement was, quote unquote, unhinged, right? I mean, it was completely counterfactual.
Yeah.
Why did you feel you needed to do that? And what gave you the courage to do it? Because now you've stuck your head up. You know what incoming feels like.
Yeah, no, I mean, this wasn't about President Trump. This was just about the people who work in this office. I came into this office to try and make it as boring as possible. I'd been sitting on the sidelines. I hadn't taken a single interview prior to Friday. This is my first national interview. But at some point, we're humans. It has to stop. There are good people working here in Maricopa County, and I was tired of them being defamed. That's my team, that's my office, that's my friends. And so I just wanted to say something, and I never would have imagined it would have gotten that big.
So I know you had a meeting today, a meeting held by Maricopa County's Republican-controlled Board of Supervisors, and you all talked through a lot of this. You're trying to refute the lies that are now out there around Arizona's election. By the way, I should note, you've already had 2 audits. They all show the same thing about who won. You also, that board then sent a 14-page letter tonight to the Republican president of the state Senate, refuting claim after claim, right? Accusing the auditors of perhaps miscounting some of Maricopa's ballots in this latest, this third audit that the Republican state Senate is now behind. What more can you tell us about all this?
Just stop indulging this. Stop giving space for lies. We found out about this latest accusation through the Arizona Senate's audit's Twitter account, which is anonymously run, just accusing me and my staff of unlawfully deleting evidence. That's not appropriate. And I called the Senate president. I said, do you really want to accuse me of unlawfully deleting evidence for an election that, by the way, I didn't even run because I took office in January? And she wrote back that she doesn't have any control over this Twitter account. So I'm just wondering what's going on here. Who are these people who are defaming us? I don't think they're professionals. I don't think they understand how to run elections.
So the board now that you're a part of, you're calling for the end of this audit, which, as I point out, is the third audit, and this one is now,
Yes.
put forth by the Republican state Senate. And you're saying it needs to end for the good of the state and the country. The auditors, I know, are saying they've got no deadline to finish their work. In fact, anytime we've heard about it, it's been, this could just drag on for months. How worried are you about that?
Yeah, well, that's why we did this, because it was just exhausting to have to respond to every unfounded allegation and insinuation while we're supposed to be doing the normal work of the county. I have no idea how long this will go on for. It'll probably, possibly into 2022, when then we're
Wow.
another pivotal county in the national landscape. But they've only completed 1/4 of the ballots, and they have a whole bunch of other things planned. And by the way, they're only doing 2 elections on a ballot that had over 60 elections. And how they chose those, I don't know. But if they wanted to choose the closest race that was on every single ballot in Maricopa County, they ironically should have started with mine, in which a Republican unseated a Democrat incumbent.
So you're saying yours, where you unseated Democrat incumbent, was obviously the closest, but closer than Trump Biden. So they're obviously not concerned about margin of victory as indicative of fraud, just to state the obvious here. So what is giving you, though, the courage, Stephen, to speak out here? Because there will be repercussions of your coming out and speaking the facts and speaking why you think this is so important to the country. And I know you know that. And you're prepared for that.
Yeah, I don't care about the political consequences. I mean, this has been a very rude awakening into what politics has become. And if I'm not part of it 4 years from now, so be it. I can do other things that'll make me happy. What prompted me now? I'm tired of my people, who are good people, who are my friends, being defamed. It's just not right.
All right. Well, Stephen, I really appreciate your time. I thank you for saying these things. I know you and I were talking in the commercial break before. But I do believe it makes a difference, and I thank you.